Ladies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Aisha. I'm a certified trauma-informed coach and manifestation guide. And before we get into the challenge, I do just want to remind you, in the description box is my brand new website. I did just launch it this month, and I have a freebie on there for you all. It is called the Manifest Fast Playbook, and it goes over 5 basic steps, 5 simple things that you can do to bring in your manifestations quicker. It really gets down to the nitty-gritty, the simplest form of manifestation. It is the most straightforward playbook, the easiest guide to understanding what you need to do and what you need to stop doing in order to bring in your manifestation fast, quickly, because we want it now. Why do we want to wait? And as we progress in this challenge, I know more and more of you participating are going to feel that pressure of like, oh, it's not here yet, it's not here yet, it's not here yet. And we don't want to be in that headspace. We want to be in the space of, I know exactly what I'm doing. I know exactly the process of manifestation, and it's working. And it's not just working, it's working fast. So get that down below. It is day 22 of the challenge. I know that I'm going to be posting this on day 23. I've had a really great day with my little sister. We've been talking like spiritual talks, giving life advice, having a heart-to-heart. I'm doing my big sister duties as I'm visiting her. So it's a little bit late that I'm filming this. I'm actually going to go to bed right after this, but I am still showing up for you. I'm still doing this challenge with you, and making sure that I make time for you all, because I really appreciate everybody coming in. I have to say, not just this challenge and for the past like 21 days, but for the past almost year now, this channel has been so motivating. This channel has kept me so accountable to myself. This channel has been so inspiring for me, and because of all of you watching, I get to keep doing this. Because of everybody who's choosing to like and comment and share and engage, and the people who are reaching out for coaching and support in this, like, that is the most motivating thing for me, because it reminds me I'm really on the right path, and I'm inspiring you and I'm encouraging you, and we have this community we're building here where you get to help each other, and as your coach, I get to help you, and you're also helping me. You're helping me to keep on track with my manifestations. You're helping me to, as they say, practice what I preach. You're giving me inspiration by your success stories and your progress, and reminding me the law is always in effect, and our self-concept is always creating our reality. And that's such a beautiful and empowering thing. And it's my favorite thing about running this business, is being able to help so many women, touch the lives of so many women, and encourage and inspire you. So first and foremost, I just want to thank everyone. In this past week, we just hit 2,500 subscribers, which means next month I will be doing our very first 2,500 subscriber live video. I'm not sure yet on what date that's going to be. I will announce it, but I'm so excited to do that. I'm so just excited to be growing this community, to be seeing my manifestation come about, seeing the progress I've made in my own life and my own journey and my own faith and my own beliefs, and how that is allowing me to be in this position where I get to help so many of you. So thank you so much. I'm so appreciative. Thank you to everybody who's been subscribing, everybody who's been watching these videos, investing in the challenge, investing in themselves, sharing their progress and growth, trusting me to coach you and guide you through this. It's been so beneficial for my own development, and I can't imagine where I would be right now if a year ago I didn't start this channel all over again. So thank you. And now that we're like 5 minutes into the video already, let's go ahead and get into today's lesson. I hope that I said, it's a little bit late, so I hope that I said, let's do our affirmations. I don't remember if I did, so we're going to do it again. It is day 22, so day 20, 2, we're going to say 21 days ago I decided I am a healthy person. 21 days ago I decided I'm an expert at manifestation. 21 days ago I decided I'm experiencing all of my desires right now. Clearly I need some sleep. We went for a walk. It was warm outside. But anyways, go ahead and drop your affirmations in the comments down below. So today's topic is about authenticity. And right now you are seeing me so authentic. You are seeing me. I'm so sleepy right now. I'm so ready for bed. I'm a little dehydrated. Like I said, it was warm outside. We were walking around. We went on our little adventure. We went to the thrift store and the mall. We went to go get keys cut for her apartment, and we just chatted a lot. I was so happy to be able to give to my sister. I was so happy to be able to coach her, to support her, to give her these life lessons. She's significantly younger than me. So being able to show up for her is just something I feel so privileged to do. And what we were mostly talking about was authenticity and what that really means. And, you know, authenticity sometimes can feel scary because a lot of us grow up in environments where we are taught we can't be ourselves. Whether this is your home environment, your school environment, your friend circles even, or intimate partnerships. So many times we are taught to put on a mask. And for those of you who don't yet know, I have ADHD. I am a very neurodivergent person. And growing up, although I was able to mask and adapt to my, communities and the environments I was in, it came with a cost. And there was a chapter in my life where I really had to look at everything that was going on and ask myself, does it feel good to try to fit in? Does it feel good to try to be this way for other people? Am I really honoring myself? Am I loving myself? Am I appreciating myself if I constantly feel like I have to put on this filter for other people? And the truth for me was that no, I don't feel good putting a filter on for other people. I don't feel good when I have to try to be something I'm not. I don't feel good when I have to force a smile and pretend to be happy when internally I'm not feeling good. And conversely, if I'm like feeling really good and other people are around me are not feeling as good, I also don't really want to mask that. I want to feel authentic in my full expression of me. And sometimes that means being vulnerable. And sometimes that means speaking your mind in an honest way. And sometimes that honesty can feel hurtful, hopefully never harmful, but it can feel hurtful to others to hear the truth. Again, as a big sister, sometimes I have to give her some advice that I wish I didn't have to give. I wish that I didn't have to be kind of that tough love person, but I'm giving it from a place of experience, and that's my truth. And I know that I'm doing it to help her with the intention of her learning from my lessons and developing herself as a human being. And this is also how I do my coaching here on this channel. And the private coaching I offer is I will always be truthful with you. I will always be my authentic self. That is my promise to myself and to the rest of the world, that I'm not ashamed of who I am. And, you know, I'm teaching this lesson today because I realize the moment I decided to be unapologetic in who I am, I mean, and truly unapologetic, because there was a time in my life I felt really authentic, but I felt like it was still hard. I felt like I still had to push myself to be authentic. I still had to, I felt like I was walking on eggshells being my authentic version of myself. I was afraid of the consequences. And of course, that was an assumption, that was a belief. Thankfully, I've learned by now. And that's why I no longer feel that way. But when I first started to be authentic, I had so much fear surrounding that, and it held me back. And once I truly stood in my power as my authentic version of me, my boundaries grew stronger. My desires got bigger. I started to truly believe in myself. I started to truly have faith that things were going to work out for me. And it made it easier to leave environments that were not good for me, that were not healthy for me. It made it easier to distance myself from people who were causing me harm and were not in my best interest at the time. And even while I was going through that, I didn't understand law of assumption the way I do now. Now that I do understand it, I can teach you, as you step into your authenticity, those fears are going to come up. Those assumptions are going to come up. You might assume that being yourself, sorry, the AC, you might assume that being yourself is going to lose you friends. You might have an assumption that being yourself makes you hard to love. You might have an assumption that being yourself is not safe. But those assumptions are fixable. Those assumptions are temporary things that you have to struggle with until you reaffirm a new story. And it's way more valuable to you and to everybody else for you to let go of those assumptions rather than trying to be someone you're not and trying to show up in the world in a way that doesn't feel authentic to you and trying to not be honest to spare other people's feelings or allowing your fear that they'll react to your honesty poorly. All of that is way more detrimental than you being courageous and being authentic and dealing with whatever assumptions and whatever circumstances come about from those assumptions. So the message here is be authentic, because when you finally unveil this person that you truly are, when you untangle all of the versions of you had to be for other people, and you're left with like this raw material, it's like raw clay, you get to shape that authenticity. Once you're ready for it, once you're ready, once the clay has been prepared for you and it's no longer in the packaging and it's all nice and molded and kneaded and ready for you to shape, your authentic version today is not going to be your authentic version a year from now, because your self-concept will change. And so long as the self-concept changes in an authentic way and you are honestly honoring who you really are, the world will benefit from that. The world wants you to be you. God made you specifically to be yourself. He didn't make you to be like your neighbor. He didn't make you to be like your coworker. He didn't make you to be like any other woman in the world. He made you to be like you. And that's it. And he made you to be like all the many versions of you that you are deciding to be. The real you, though, underneath all of these labels and beliefs and assumptions, all of these lies that we've been fed our whole lives, everything society tells you you have to be, you should be this, you should do this, you should think this, you should have this. Let go of all of that. Because when you manifest from this place of authenticity, it's much easier. And you will feel more confident in your beliefs. You will feel more confident in your self-concept, and everything stems from self-concept. If you've made it this far into the challenge, you know that by now. You know that there is nothing to change but yourself. And I think what held me back in my manifestation journey for so long is I was changing the self-concept of my shell. I was changing the self-concept of my mask, but I was still masking. I was still covering my authenticity. And once I finally took the mask off and said, I'm going to show the world myself. I'm going to show the world all of my pretty and all of my ugly and all of my confusion and all of my heartache and all of my joy and all of my optimism. I'm going to show the world who I am in every moment as I am, without worrying that there will be consequences to that. And so when the consequences arise, I give them a meaning. And more often than not, I understand as an authentic person, I trigger other people who are not authentic. So the meaning I give that, when circumstances show me other people are responding poorly to my authenticity, the meaning I have given that, because it's my choice to give that meaning. I tell myself, I am teaching this person by my example how to be their authentic self. And I do this in my coaching. I help you go through limiting beliefs. I help you get rid of all of the plaque that has built up in your flow, in your stream, in your identity, in your self-concept. And when we wipe away all the gunk and we're left with this clean, fresh slate, you then get to decide what version of you you're going to be, and you get to decide what you're going to call into your experience, what you're manifesting, and you do it from a place of understanding. You get to be you, and you get to manifest how you feel confident manifesting, and you get to ask for what you believe you deserve, and you get to just do it as real and as raw as you feel comfortable to do so. And there doesn't have to be a consequence to that. And if the consequence is there, it's a good one. I take pride in being who I am in every moment. And even if I have a low moment, even if I'm being difficult, even if I myself am triggered, even if the part of me that I am showing to the world is not the most palatable, it's not the prettiest, it's not the funniest or the sweetest or the kindest, I am a human being, and I am allowed to have my bad days. I am allowed to have my difficult moments. I am allowed to feel triggered. Now, I'm not justifying us treating each other poorly. I am not justifying you allowing your triggers to cause harm to other people. What I am saying here is, when you make space for every part of you, for the good, the bad, the ugly, and you love every part of you truly, and you show up for every part of you, and you listen to every part of you, and you assign every part of you a meaning, and you pay attention to every part of you, and you're aware and observant of every part of you, holding that space, creating that container within yourself for all the parts of you, is like fuel for you to show up in the world confidently. And confident people get what they want. Now, cocky people get what is coming to them. But confident people, people who know their worth and value, people who assert their worth and value in every decision they make, not forcing their manifestation, but controlling and disciplining themselves enough to bring those manifestations to them. Those are the most authentic people in the world. So if you want to manifest quicker, if you want to manifest everything you desire, be true to yourself, honor yourself, all of the parts of you, make space for all of the parts of you, love all of the parts of you. Recognize that every single part of you is here for a reason. It's teaching you something, it's guiding you, it's moving you closer to your manifestation. Give it all a positive meaning. You are learning, you are growing, and you are expanding, and that is a beautiful thing. And sometimes the beauty is in the darkness. Sometimes the beauty is in the rain. Sometimes the most special and impactful and meaningful moments in this world feel the worst to go through. But you will go through them, and you will persist, and you will manifest. And your homework today is to celebrate who you are. Your homework today is to love yourself as you are today, knowing that every day you get an opportunity to be an even better version of you. And as you level up, you love that version of you more. And as you go through hardship and overcome negative circumstances and battle with your own self-doubt and fear and overcome your own insecurity, you love yourself even more. I love myself more now than when I started my self-love journey, when I started my healing journey. I love myself way more now because of everything I got me through. So that's your homework. Adopt that feeling. Love yourself. Today you are already enough. Today you are already healthy enough. Today you are already wealthy enough. Today you are already good enough. Whatever you're manifesting, it's going to come in the moment you realize that. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for participating in the challenge. Thank you for subscribing to my channel and showing up to watch these video lessons. Thank you for accepting me in my authenticity, in all of my sleepy glory today. Thank you for being patient and waiting for this lesson to come out, even though I'm a little tardy today. I am going to continue showing up for you, and I look forward to tomorrow's lesson. So thank you again. I appreciate each and every one of you for being part of our community that we're growing here. And I believe in you. So be yourself. Show up and be yourself. I will catch you in the next one. Good night.